What's up, guys? You are listening to the Touge Hour podcast. My name is Wade Best, owner of 129 Touge, and joining me are some of the area's most known individuals in the mountain pass scene. Here we discuss the presence of US 129's Touge scene and the endless changing cycle of motorsport-related news.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Touge Hour podcast, Season 2, Episode 2, and this is a pretty exciting episode. We're going to do a wheel battle. Ultimate, it can be rare, it can be unique, it can be a hot boy, it can be something that people hang up on their walls and it's like a PSA 10 Pokemon card. But, and it can be junk too. We have a few stories about some junk wheels. But, let's get into it. We have Douglas James Smith.
What's up, guys?
All right, what's
How we
up?
doing? How we
Doing good, doing good. Have Thomas Couch over there, or Miata Man.
How you doing? How did that?
Have Austin Simons over here.
Hey.
And then he's returned.
And with
here.
a new introduction. That's a big thing.
We know who you are.
Who are you over there?
It's Steve.
It's
No, it's Dylan. Dylan is here.
Dylan's back.
So we had many stories about you being lost in Texas.
Kidnapped by Buc-ee's.
Kidnapped by the Buc-ee's
He's
mascot.
now
By
beaver
Buc-ee
suit.
himself, not even Buc-ee's the company.
Yeah.
Buc-ee got
the,
me.
the,
Buc-ee.
the beaver.
The beaver himself.
beaver.
Just sitting here,
Yeah.
sitting in a parking lot, and the beaver breaks your windshield.
Get out of the car!
Oh, damn.
I have been to a Buc-ee's every week since my, can I say it now? Or
Yeah, go
okay.
ahead.
So you didn't introduce me as a killboy photographer because if they haven't heard by now, because I feel like it got shared and stuff like that, but I'm no longer a killboy photographer, so I'm not the photographer guy anymore. I guess I'm Mr. Haggerty man, Mr. Insurance man,
Mr. Haggerty boy.
Haggerty boy.
He's going to start coming in tweed suits all of a sudden.
Ooh, I should have dressed up. But yeah, so I work for Haggerty now, so I no longer work for Killboy. I got a really good opportunity to be the territory manager for Tennessee. So I oversee a lot of agent relations, but I also get to go look at like cool private collections, go to track days, go to motorsports events. Went to Radwood like my very first weekend, which was amazing.
We were there together. Bro.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Yeah, it was absolutely insane, and like I get to dress up and like now I get to do the same thing I was already doing on the Dragon and that we do on the Dragon, which is talk to people, like relate to everybody. I just do that on a professional level now, and it is so neat. So yeah, I'll be Mr. Insurance Man from now on.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Proud of you. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Small
Thank you.
clap. That way we don't kill your speakers. Just go through some quick sponsors real quick. If you guys want to be a sponsor, email us. We have a contact info on our 129 Touge homepage or 129touge@gmail.com. If you guys have any inquiries, let us know. But we have Jayzilla track days. If you guys want to get on the track, you're scared of going over 75 miles per hour on the interstate, come to Barber. We have an instructor right here. We have the Miata, no longer Miata instructor.
You've moved on from the Miatas now.
That's Randy's problem now.
Now he's using the Sequoia.
Yeah.
Oh my God!
But yeah,
Dive bomb it.
if you guys are ever interested, feel free to hit me up on Instagram, Facebook. Definitely be more than happy to walk you through the process and the do's and do nots and any kind of questions you guys might have. So definitely hit me up.
It's pretty cool because when people listen to the podcast, like you were saying, it's kind of like being up at the mountain and talking to people at a pull-off, except it's just been a vast experience when you're at home. It feels like you're up there. And it's pretty cool because everyone has close connections to somebody that's doing HPD or can get you in the HPD. It's definitely grown a lot, especially in the past few years.
Speaking of, if you guys need track insurance,
Yeah.
Haggerty is the hook up, bro.
Okay.
So I can absolutely. Well, you started mentioning all that, and I was like, oh yeah, like
And Haggerty also sponsors Jayzilla too. So
correct.
It goes
Yeah.
hand
So
in hand.
if you guys need any track insurance, we can absolutely hook you up. And then there's also like the Haggerty's Drivers Club, which is like subscriptions and all that to events, and you don't even have to insure your vehicle through Haggerty. So
That's cool.
if you need track insurance, hit up Haggerty, dude.
With track day stuff like that, that's the biggest thing, because I'm always trying to, since I'm always meeting customers just like how you are,
Yeah.
I'm always like, oh, when are you going to do track day? When are we going to do track day? And the biggest thing I get is, I'm too scared to wreck my car, or what if I wreck my car? Haggerty.
Yeah, 100%. Because the way we value cars is so much different than somebody like, I'm not going to name names, but other insurance companies that just look at like KBB or something like that. You know, KBB's not going to put value on this completely customized 200 AE86 that someone's built from the ground up, but Haggerty will, and it'll cover you for one day at the track, It'll cover you for a whole year. It's really whatever you want. So if you guys need track insurance, whether it's for a whole season at Grid Life or if it's for one day at Road Atlanta, hit me up.
Or just insurance in general.
Yep.
What's our other sponsor?
And we have the final sponsor. I'll let you take this one because you're wearing the shirt.
You're both wearing the shirt.
That's because I friggin' work there.
We have Eurospec LLC. And Doug, I mean, tell us what you guys do.
We are a European specialty shop. We specialize in anything European you can think of. Audi, Volkswagen, BMW. I'd say that's our main three, Audi, Volkswagen, BMW. But then we also deal with other things. I think last month we rebuilt a power steering rack on a Volvo S60R. Cannot find parts for that thing ever.
Do alignments on weird hot rods.
Yeah, I was about to say alignments are the big thing.
So me particular, I am an alignment specialist. Is what I do. I don't care what it is. I will align anything. I'll put tires on just about anything. I ain't touching your big old yeehaw truck tires. No thanks. So just let you
No,
know.
dude, we had enough of those at like Firestone,
Yeah.
and that was the worst thing that we did at Firestone was mess with your big yeehaw, yee brother cars.
You talk about afterwards. Your back hurts, man.
Bro.
It's just,
Your back hurts.
Oof.
You're tired. You're like,
Your shoulders are probably destroyed at that point, dude.
yes, yeah, really are. But yeah, currently we've got I would say, what is that, a 987? Yeah, we've got a 987 911 turbo.
Wait, 987's came in.
Oh, I'm sorry. Which
Tell me the year.
71?
71, so like a 930.
930, thank you.
Or a
That's exactly
911,
what I
depending on...
meant. No, it is a 930 chassis.
Okay.
930 chassis, 911 turbo. We
Whoa.
are currently in the process of restoring.
Wait, the red one?
This is the red one. The
Yeah,
engine
that's
is out.
pretty.
The engine is sitting
No.
out, including like everything. And I cannot tell you how many bolts they broke trying to get that poor girl out of it.
Yeah, I bet, dude.
I would
Time
imagine,
to LS
yeah.
swap that thing.
We need to do something.
To everyone that's still here after that comment, thanks.
Yeah.
Click off.
But yeah, we specialize mainly in European repair. But we also do some odds and ends.
slowly becoming a Miata shop.
No.
Yes and no. I mean, we just did some AC work on a K Miata. So I mean, it's we take jobs in that most shops wouldn't touch, or at least a certain like regular repair shop wouldn't touch, and it's it's very situational. But yeah, give us a call. Currently our booking is, I think, at least a week, sometimes 2 weeks out right now. My side of the shop is 2.5 weeks out.
Oh, you're 2.5 weeks now?
Yeah, I don't want to talk about it. I'm tired, boss. Tired, boss. But yeah, it's feel free to look us up on Instagram or Facebook. We have a media guy that's there twice a week. He does any kind of our videos, our status updates, updates our stories and everything like that. And he takes amazing photos and video as well. We just released a really cool 30-second video on a really, really nice M3. I did a corner
Seen that.
on it.
Astoral Blue M3s.
That thing is gorgeous.
Great camera work. He does an amazing job there. Real quick before we dive into the wheel battle too with you at Eurospec, because I know a lot of people that listen to this podcast go to see Doug to get tires mounted or get an alignment. Probably over half the people are present on the mountain pass up there. So last year, how many cars did you do?
I did a little over just alignment pictures. Just every time a car's on a rack, I take a picture. I think I averaged, somewhere around 1,500 cars.
Oh my gosh.
And so the year before that, it was like 1,400 or something.
The year before that was like 1,100 because I had just switched over to Eurospec.
Yeah.
And then I think I got 1,400, and then I kind of narrowed it down to like a top 250, and I posted online.
Or a top, yeah.
Like my favorite top 250. This year I have already passed 500 cars.
Oh, so you're going to hit 2,500.
It's April, so
Yeah.
Well, it just all depends. There could be one day where I just work on one car all day because it's a big job, but then there's another day where it's just literally every 30 minutes I'm cranking out alignment.
Yeah.
Right now it's getting to the point where I'm having people drop off for multiple days.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Because it's show season, track season, stuff like that
We
right at
have,
the beginning.
obviously when this podcast comes out, it'll already happen. But we have Riverside this weekend.
No, that's right.
Huge Chattanooga car show. You got Wookiees in the Woods this weekend, which is Volkswagen, European shop.
And Fiats.
Fiat's in the dragon too.
Y'all should be open this weekend. You're gonna need to fix something.
My oil!
Oh, I'm sure I'm sure my sales guys, as soon as they walk in the door, will be bombarded.
Oh yeah.
But actually, one of my guys is in showcase for Riverside in a Mark II GLI.
Jay.
Jay will be in.
Dude,
showcase.
is that so? I've always, or not always, I used to really rag on car shows, and I was like, oh, just go to the track, da da da. And then there was one weekend back in like 2018, I was just bored, and I went to Riverside. Still, hands down, one of my favorite car shows. The people there are great. That venue is so cool.
Agreed.
That like open warehouse. Chattanooga is a great place to hang out, and it's decently close for me now because I used to be all the way in like southeast Atlanta.
Yeah.
And so now it's even closer. But yeah, that show is, even for like track people, you can go there and see like track spec cars that are set up really, really well. They have, I think it's like 42 vendors this year. It is insane.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they were stacking the vendor
They
list,
were
dude.
really stacking.
And it is loaded. Like, I want to go. I have to study for my exam on Monday, but I want to go so bad. Yeah,
What
that's
are
it.
you studying for, man?
My insurance stuff.
I didn't know you had to actually take exams and stuff.
You
State
need to get a
licensing,
license,
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true.
If I'm selling insurance, I better know
Yeah.
what I'm selling.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Hit me up.
But we're forgetting our main sponsor. Some would argue our biggest sponsor. It's 129 Touge.
Yeah, I mean, that's
We
true.
sponsor ourselves.
Yeah, branched off.
Right.
Speaking of that, real quick, we do have our own social media for the Touge Hour now, so we're going to be posting highlights there, reels, people blowing XXRs out of proportions. We'll get to that later.
Oh, no.
But we have a TikTok too for Touge Hour that we'll see the same content. And right before we get into the wheels, the Save the Touge program, I'm going to release something by the end of this week. So when you're listening to this podcast, around the 28th, we'll have a date. So stay tuned for that. But anyways,
Day before Touge Fest.
the day before Touge
No,
Fest.
there's
Well,
the
actually, I
first
guess the
day.
first day.
That
of
would
Touge
be,
Fest.
yeah, I guess it would be first day.
Ooh, that'll be a good time to release it.
But
Everyone
the
will be up in their
first
cabins.
battle is something I think.
Everyone's getting their phones out to Google wheels.
It comes out. But, oh yeah, also one thing. A lot of people, some of these wheels I had to research for, so I'm not a wheel person. I'm just like, oh yeah, that's that model off of that wheel. That's the third one they ever released. We're not like that. Okay, so we're going to be using Google a lot.
Yeah.
If you're watching this on YouTube, I'm going to have pictures of the wheels on the screen. So this is a good learner experience if you're on the road, driving somewhere, going to Buc-ee's like Dylan's probably doing when he's listening to this. Get you some roast sandwiches.
Man, it's
You
already
can learn
big.
about wheels. So
Yeah.
there's all kinds of different opportunities and stuff. And it's going to be a really good learning experience. I'm going to have to Google a lot of these again after I've already wrote them down. But
Real quick, side quest. By the way, my shop is officially a licensed dealer for BC Racing Coilovers.
Ooh.
Just announced today.
You know what they say BC stands for, right? All right, anyway, go ahead.
Big Chungus.
first one, Inkai TS5s versus Kosei,
Kosei
Kosei,
K1s.
Kosui K1.
Banjo Kazooie K1s. So I know what they both look like, so I already have a very
I
strong
know,
opinion.
yeah, because we're going to get TS5s for the BRZ.
Yep. And I think that is the better choice. As good as Kosei K1s look, my issue with them is that you cannot get them in a 17x9. I've always wanted a set, but I think the widest they
You
go
can't get them in 17s?
is 17x9.
Oh,
So they don't
okay.
go 9 inches wide. And so for a lot of people that might not matter a ton, but to me, it matters. The only time I would choose a Kosei K1 over an Inky TS5 is if I had an E36 M3.
Ooh. Argue that with the EG Civic. EG or EK both.
No, I'd rather put TS5s. Yeah. To me, there is one wheel that should be on the E36 M3, and it's not a freaking Apex Arcade.
3-spoke.
But I think that is, it's almost like how the 240Z was meant to have Watanabes on it. The E36, whether it's an M3 or whatever, is meant to have Kosei K1s. Any other time, TS5s. They're newer, they're lighter, they're stronger, they're way more available, and they are wider, and that's the big thing for me. So I say TS5s.
I'm with TS5s on this one, even though the K1s are a pretty wheel. They are pretty.
And also, the Buddy Club P1 is about the exact same design. I think
Yeah.
one copied the other. So if you want Kosei K1s and you can't find them, just look up Buddy Club P1s.
We going with
I'm going with K1s.
K1s? Oh, they look so good on the Miata.
Well, That and
Not white.
I'm going to get roasted right out the gate for this, but that's okay. I don't like 5-spoke wheels.
Kosei's are 6.
And
well,
there's a reason for this, okay? So I started out in the muscle car scene. Everybody
swear
has a 5-spoke wheel, whether it's the torque thrust bullshit.
Get out.
Or
Before we started this podcast, I remember you saying somebody was going to bring up American racing, and I feel like right out of the gate.
This
you're
man
bringing
said.
it up.
This man
Go
said
ahead.
before we
But
started
yeah,
recording,
but
he was just gonna
I'm just-
leave.
I just not a huge fan of 5-spokes. Now there are some that I do think look good on a very particular car, but as a whole, I'm not a big 5-spoke guy. So
That's fair.
T1s or K1, yeah K1.
What about you? Ram lights?
I am definitely with the K1 P1 brand. I actually, this is very biased opinion. I don't really care for the TS5s. I don't really care the way they look.
It's almost like the way they connect to the lip.
That's
that
what
little
I don't
kink. Like the Kosei K1s, it is like coming out from like where
Well,
the lobes go.
TE37s do that too.
Straight, yeah, no, that's part of. Well, I'll save that opinion for later. But that is my kind of issue with the TS5s. They have that little kink that connects to the lip, and it looks.
I like
But-
the TS5s in a machine finish. I think that looks the best.
The
Like
only
black
reason I
machine.
picked the TS5s is because of the actual application status. You can get them wider. You can get them brand new. That's the main reason. What about you guys?
Bronze.
No. He's not even picking wheels. He's like, give me whatever, it's bronze.
Well, I don't think you can get the K1s in any color of bronze. Like
No,
matte
it's just white and
bronze.
black.
Yep, just
Silver,
white.
actually.
Yep,
White, black, silver.
white,
Yep.
black, silver. TS5.
Fair, you can get
All
those
day.
in bronze.
Yep.
That's a 3-2 there, brother.
Yeah, I like that.
3-2.
Next up on the list, we have Titan 7 S5s versus a Volk Racing G16.
Oh, G16s look good. I don't even have to pull up my phone for this one. So I'm gonna
The
say
TS5?
Titan. I'm gonna say the Titan TS5.
Yeah, TS5.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm gonna say the
That's
Titan
not right.
TS5 because
Versus
the Volt G16s.
The Volk Racing G16s. When I was looking up the G16s, because I was going through a huge gallery of Japanese wheels and unique wheels, and wow, those are pretty. Those are pretty wheels.
Let me see, just to make sure I have the right picture in my head. Yeah, okay, so I would rather take the TS5s because Volt G16s look like Inky Regions that are right behind us.
Yeah, they do, don't they?
Yeah. They look the exact same, but also, again, I'm big on like application. The amount of support Titan has for all enthusiast applications. They're a little bit more expensive, but you actually, so are Volks. So I would rather get Titans. Also, Titan's warranty is crazy cool. About like if you bend a wheel, you get like half off or full replacement or something like that. But I think the amount of support that Titan gives the enthusiast market, I would rather have a Titan wheel.
we'll go with Titan as well,
Titan.
even though they do kind of resemble a 5-spoke.
Oh, he's fighting the urge inside of him.
But yeah, Titan.
Man is fighting
I'm
demons.
gonna go with Titans as well. But man, Volks are pretty. It's crazy how many designs there is of just that style wheel.
Wait,
Yeah.
whenever we're done, I have a wheel I want to throw in because I bet you don't have it.
Okay.
And it's a Volk. So
Okay.
whenever we're done with this.
The teddy bear wheels.
He better
I'll also go with the TS5s. I like the way they look. I feel like they look good on really modern cars. I feel like if I was ever to own a set like that, I would put them on like a Golf R. I think that would look really good on the Golf R.
My favorite car that that TS5s have been on that I've seen is a polished finished on a black M2.
It'd look good too. Yeah.
Like polished TS5s on a black M2. Dude, it looks so
I
good.
would say like a dark blue Golf R with like that gold TS5.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That would look
I think
really
dark blue and
fun.
gold always looks good.
Oh yeah. Any-
Super.
What do you got, brother?
Titan.
Titan.
Definitely the Titan.
So
All right,
forward, man.
so we're comparing it against the Volk. Volk just, I think it's Volk or Race, dropped the NE24. Dude, that wheel, by far one of my favorite. I don't know if you have it on your list.
I don't think I
But
do.
the NE24, it just dropped at Tokyo Auto Salon this year. And the way that the spokes like come off at the very end on the lip, dude, it
Oh.
looks so good.
Dude.
It's one of my favorite wheels. And so you mentioned Volk, and I immediately thought of those. Dude, the NE24s look dope.
Oh, I took it off. I took it off.
Oh.
That wheel that you just what?
The
say wheel?
NE24? Yeah.
That or a TC105?
That. Wait, that 100%. That looks cool. TC105s look like every other wheel in existence. They almost look like an OEM wheel. TC105 now used to be N, now X is lighter because forged and all that. But those look cooler.
Those look
Volk 8024s all day, dude.
Yeah.
I
Maybe
really
looking
thought
at
we
me
were
a
going to compare.
TC105Xs, yeah, they look like everything
I
else.
thought we were going to connect on a level today. And
You don't like the 8024s?
I don't.
No,
That's
I don't
fine.
like them either.
I'm saying like compared to the 105Xs, like that's.
To me, the 105X doesn't have any great like design language. It doesn't look good. It has a ton of application, but if I'm comparing it against like an NE24 or a TS5, they just don't look good.
A 105 looks like it should just be on like
It looks
a
like an old-
dedicated race car, basically. So it's just
Yeah.
like it's not meant to really look all that good. It's just like here is a functional wheel that was the cheapest one we could find
Yeah.
that wouldn't break.
100%. And the thing about those is they're not super expensive and they're crazy light.
So I mean, so they
Good option. I
live up
like
to the-
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did not have that
So
one.
what's your next one, brother?
This one's going to be a bloodbath.
Oh.
Volk T37s, Gramlite 57 DRs, and SSR Type 6.
Oh, and
that's a
SSR
three-way?
Type 6?
Yeah, this is a three-way battle.
Oh, this is a.
Oh, I got it right off the rip. Your T37s are overhyped and overdone. Your SSRs are too heavy, and Gramlites are right in the middle. Gramlites are the Goldilocks out of those three. Also, tell me another wheel that you can get in Sakura Pink. Look up Sakura Pink.
Wait, you can't get a 37 in that?
No, not in Sakura Pink.
Really?
That is my look up Sakura Pink. So you're looking up Gramlites 57DR. So 57DR.
It's my wheels in the
Are
R,
you
bro.
saying
But look up Sakura Pink.
how is that spelled?
SAKURA.
Like Sakura?
Yeah, I don't know.
He's-
Correct me, anime nerd. I don't know how to say it. So the one on that one. That's one of my favorite colors. Not the first one, but the second one.
Oh,
the
okay.
Gramlite
Yeah.
Big ones.
Yeah. Not the neon pink ones that the luminous pink, but the Sakura. How'd you say it?
Sakura.
Sakura pink.
Think
I would have said Sakura
think
too.
useless
Don't feel
character in Naruto.
Fair.
bad. I don't watch Naruto.
But I will take 57 DRs because of the amount of different sizes they have, the amount of fitments they have, and they look better than a TE37.
You said the Gramlites do?
Yes.
I'm gonna go
I'm
with
so
Gramlite.
proud right now.
Dude, TE37s have fat spokes.
They do.
Yeah.
The one application T37s look good in is off-road vehicles.
They really do.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the only time they look good. T37s on your track car, race car, street car, no thanks. I will put if you give me any car that has TEs and come after me, I don't care. I'll prove myself right and I'll prove you wrong. Give me any car that has TEs on it, put 57 DRs on it, and it'll look better. And there are just as many fitments.
Okay. So he's got 57 DR. What do you have out of those three?
I'm Grams.
Okay.
Look at that pink! Oh, that looks so good!
Yeah.
Look at that! Oh.
It was going to be probably the SSR Type 6 for me
Okay.
over the 37s,
No.
but the Gramlites are such a pretty wheel. Especially when you get them in a certain offset. Like your offset that you have on your car is perfect.
Plus 38.
Plus 30. Yep.
18 by 9.5?
No.
Yep.
Yeah, dude, I knew it off the top of my head, bro.
Plus 38. So I mean, obviously I'm a little more biased because I actually own Gramlites. I waited, ordered them in a month of February and did not get them till the end of June.
Bro, it was like 6 months almost that
Well,
you
it's
waited.
because the majority of the colors they offer in are mostly matte colors.
Yeah.
Fair.
Mostly. I was specific. I wanted a gloss black, even though now I have freaking brake pads that make them not glossy anymore.
Now they're
But-
matte
Now they're
gray.
matte, yeah, back to matte. But
Keep them clean.
I was specific on buying gloss black, and then I specifically wanted the Rays red logo on one of the spokes because it matches all the R emblems and yada yada yada.
Oh, that's true. I didn't think about that.
Yeah,
I like
I mean,
that.
if it wasn't a Type R or something of the sort, I would have done the blue. Because
The mag blue?
Yeah.
well, I'm not saying the mag blue wheels. I'm saying like the blue sticker.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I think the mag blue on the 57 DR, that's my second favorite color on that wheel.
I do love the mag blue, and I think it would have looked great on my car. I mean, because it's a gray car. But I was really biased. I wanted it to be the gloss black, even though a lot of people hate black wheels. There are a
Because
lot
they
of-
hide in pictures.
Exactly.
Yeah,
So, but
So do like really gray.
I
Like
agree.
a graphite gray or Koenig's.
Whatever that weird steel
Amp,
color is.
Yeah, whatever
Yeah.
the weird gray color they have.
we are finally on agreement for the most part.
Also, if I do end up buying an E92, which I'm looking at for my next fun car, I will put pink 57 DRs on it at
Please.
some point. Yep. I'm not going to mention the other wheel because we haven't gotten there yet, but I will put pink wheels on that E92. I don't care what color the car is.
57 DR.
Man.
Sweet.
West.
Against
Sweep it.
TEs. Oh, that's another thing. Price-wise.
Price-wise,
TEs
yes.
for my car were $3,400. Those Grand Lights were $2,000. So it's kind of a big deal.
TEs for my NC is 22.
Oh, also,
well, they
this
were
puts
22
me,
like
this puts me on the topic.
5 years ago.
57 DRs are
4
flow
years.
formed, and most TEs are forged. Dude, it's not that serious when it comes to forged wheels. Like, people are like, oh, I need forged wheels. Like, I
just spent $4,000.
I had Rotas on my first 8.6, and dude, I went off. I hit curbings. I like went off up in the mountains. Didn't even crack. So it's like your forged wheels. I get it. If you're doing time attack and you're going 140 miles an hour into a braking zone and you don't want to like bend a wheel, hit a curb, wreck, and have the wheel bent, all this other stuff, I get it. But like, dude, if you're just rolling around, going up to the gap, hitting like 3-4 track days a year, it's not that serious.
Since you're on this topic, I do want to also mention your wheels are not a lifetime purchase. They are a consumable.
They are
Yes.
consumables.
Yes, wheels
Your
are
wheels
consumables.
are-
They bend. Yeah, Forrest bent his.
His Titans.
No, he didn't bend his Titans. He bent whatever was on the S2000, the Advance.
Yeah, the Advance.
Yeah,
Oh, were
he-
they advanced?
Yeah,
on the,
he
on the
bent
S2?
those. Yeah,
Those like really nice Advance
Yeah.
too. They weren't like the
they were
baseline.
like $4,000.
Yeah, they were like $4,000 Advance. He bent one.
I think one thing that people need to understand about wheels too, as being a huge safety thing, other than if you buy a new set and you go off and they break, they're going to break. They're going to do what they need to do, depending on what type of material you get and how they're made. But also with heat, like if you have a set of wheels for 6 years, the heat gets to them, and it's nothing for them to explode while you're driving really fast, turning a ton of RPMs
Yeah,
with
because,
that wheel.
well, you have to think metal, as a welder who went to school for welding, metal actually heat cycles just like rubber does.
Yep, I agree.
Metal will disform with heat.
I think you should swap your wheels out every time you change your diff fluid. I think that's about where you're.
That's good because
Because that's about every in between 40
depending
and
on
60,000
what
miles.
application.
But yeah, I feel like when you change your diff fluid, smack another set of wheels on there for a little bit, and just try those. Give your other wheels a break. What you got next?
So I have Wed Sport RN05s versus the Monster S1Rs.
Weds. I hate Workmeisters.
Really?
That's my only. Yeah, you can give me any Workmeister wheel except for the work. It's not a Meister, but a work MCO Racing, which is weird because it looks like a TC105N, but has more spokes. But I'll take Weds over a Workmeister.
RN05s. RN05s versus the S1Rs.
I hate S1Rs.
You don't like S1Rs?
The way people are getting me say this all the time. The spokes are fat, and when it connects to the lip, it like goes out and connects. What?
I hate you guys. They're both fine spokes.
Oh,
Show me the Weds.
Nah, I do like the Weds better for sure.
Yeah, I'll take those over Works all day. I just don't like Works.
Honestly, and I don't hate those as a 5-spoke. Really, those are pretty nice.
The hard part for me is both of them had that like flared spoke. Like it's not a straight spoke,
Ew.
but I would rather have Weds.
There is one weird 5-spoke
I mean, they kind of do.
that we can bring up later that I like. It's not a track wheel, it's a drag racing wheel, so that kind of track wheel.
No,
I'm taking the S1Rs.
RN05s.
RN05s.
Why?
Because he doesn't have an E30, obviously.
Because it's a lesser of two evils.
I was about to say that.
Oh, wait, okay, so Wet Sport, are you choosing Wet Sport as well?
Yeah, he went Weds.
And you were choosing the Meisters?
Yeah, I chose the
Stance
S1Rs.
boy wheel.
I'm also
Yeah.
picking the Meisters.
Okay.
That's fair. He has a lot of Stance friends.
Now it's the mediator.
Weds.
Oh, wow. He just dropped the
He
mic.
did. He's not scared.
He's not scared.
Not at all.
They both look like stance boy wheels.
They do.
They do.
Yeah, fair.
I just don't like work wheels.
I don't really like Works.
I can't think of a single work wheel I do like. And they have like 8 different like off brands. They have like
Yeah.
Meister and MCO Racing and all these. I just don't like any of them.
I was going to say, they've kind of like developed out more to a stance style now,
100%.
anyways.
100%.
Rotoform.
But here's one for the Rally boys. OZ Rally racing wheels versus the Inkai RC G4s.
The OZ Rally wheels.
It's hard to beat the OZ rally wheels. They look
100%.
good. They have.
Wait, what about Sparko Terras at that point?
You can throw those in too.
Yeah, Sparkle Terrors are pretty. They're the same.
I like the OZs because that middle weird like webbing part. I just like the proportion of that to the rest of the
It
wheel.
was the OZ what? Ooh.
The OZ rally racing. That is specifically
What?
their name.
Austin got kicked out of Google.
It's like, all
Google's
right.
like, Google's like, obviously you don't know what a wheel looks like, bro.
I know what the OZ looks like.
All right, so Dylan, you're choosing OZs.
Yeah.
What about you,
OZ.
brother?
Yeah.
Followed very closely by Sparko Terras.
Yeah, the Sparkle Terrors are very
Because of fitment and availability.
I'm taking the
price.
I'm taking the RC G4s.
Okay. I will also pick the OZs, but close second would be the Sparkos because you can pick up a set for like $650.
Mm-hmm.
They're really cheap.
Yeah.
And they're good wheels.
So to me, these look the exact same.
Yeah, all the exact same.
Cue the Office meme. They're the same.
They're the same.
This
thing.
man is
Choose.
fighting for his life.
Where's the
Sparkos are the
difference?
easiest ones to find.
Yeah. I just don't like the look of the Sparkos. I would rather have the OZs over the Sparkos, but
Also,
The
you're gonna
Incas.
get some clout for the OZ.
Why? Oh, fair. Because it's an OZ rally
Yeah,
wheel.
it's an OZ rally wheel. You're gonna get some clout for that for sure.
You're gonna be cool.
I'm gonna bend it anyway.
Oh.
But you're gonna be cool while you bend it.
Couch predicting future. What you got next, William?
So I have one that's actually not on the list, but I'll go ahead and throw it in here.
I'm gonna throw you in
RPF
there.
ones versus
Get out.
Literally anything else,
Get out.
please.
Anything else? Get out.
Advani Storms.
Oh,
Give me the
come
S1 Storm.
on.
Oh, they're... Oh, God. Advantage Storm... So, Advantes...
To clarify my memory. Yep.
Every
Suffer-
Miata wheel versus every Miata wheel.
The thing about Advanti Storms is it's just like the TC105s. They just look so generic. The only reason I will pick the RPF ones is because you can get them in tons of different colors, tons of different fitments, and they're cheap, but unfortunately they bend super easily, but they're cheap so you can just replace them. But I will only pick it because it is lightweight and because it comes in a ton of different colors. The Storms they are so boring. Advani Storms are the missionary sex of wheels.
Yeah.
Man's coming at me and I own both those sets of wheels.
Oh
Yeah.
no!
For all the Fireside listeners, you got to play Doug's voice on repeat for 20
Yeah.
times. That was sensual.
So,
You own a Miata. I already know what you're picking.
well, okay. So here's if it's a Miata, it's gonna be the.
They're
Storms.
both Miata wheels.
But if it's any other vehicle, it's gonna be the RPF ones. I actually put RPF ones on the highest one time for boredom's sake.
For giggles.
Yeah,
They look good.
it actually looked really good. It upset me how good RPF ones looked on a heist. It was like
As annoying as it is, there is a reason they've been around for so long. Not the highest, but the RPF ones.
so. As much as I would rather put a gun on my mouth and say this, I'm gonna choose the RPF ones.
Oh, I'm taking RPF ones.
Yeah, I was going to pick whatever wheel you gave me. I was going to pick that over RPF ones because I don't
It
like
doesn't
them.
matter what it
But
is.
you gave me the one wheel I hate more than RPF ones.
Man's just hating on both my cars, man.
You said you have RPF ones and another one.
Yeah, on the S2.
I have
Yeah.
S2000 has RPF ones, and I have Advanti Storm S1s on the Integra.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I don't like Storms. That's fine.
To be fair,
I'm not coming after you. I'm coming after
the
the wheel.
Storms aren't a bad wheel. They're just generic, which is not a bad thing. If you have a race car, put Storms on it. There's nothing
I
wrong
have
with it.
never seen an Integra with Advanti Storms on it. Ever.
I will say that.
I don't see Integras.
Exactly.
I will. Yeah, I will follow with that.
It's because they're in a million pieces in Doug's garage.
Speaking of, quick update, harness bars in.
Yeah.
Just nothing else.
Some other things are in. Now I'm just working on getting the rest of it. Well,
Anyway.
being 2.5 weeks booked out, it's kind of tough.
Back on
come
topic.
home
Wait,
and
so
be
which wheel
I
are you
have to work
picking?
more hard.
Yeah, Doug.
Oh, sorry.
He almost made it 20 minutes.
Almost.
I am. Gosh. Okay, so my RPF ones came with my car. I did not buy them. Do I like them on my car? Yes. Am I going to keep them on there forever? No.
So which one are you picking? You writing an autobiography? Which one
Yes,
are you picking?
I'm going to have to.
Are you writing a novel? Come on now.
I specifically picked the Advanti Storms for the Integra because they were the titanium mirror chrome.
Choose.
Like-
Choose a wheel, Doug.
This is a really hard decision.
Do, do. Choose a wheel.
I'm choosing a wheel for you in 30 seconds. Go.
If it's for a Honda, Advanced Storm S1s.
Oh my
If it's
god.
for anything else,
Dog, they are
RPF
both. They're both Hondas.
other than the S2000.
I feel like that's the best we're gonna get
Alright,
out of him.
so
Counts
RPF
what you got,
Yeah,
buddy.
Sorry.
It's RPF.
Koenig decagram.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
You know, it's
Which,
good.
fun fact, if you guys didn't know, it's literally the same wheel as the S1 Storms.
Yeah, it's probably just cut different.
No, it's just like pretty much the exact same wheel.
It's just, I like the
Advani's
13.
are made by Koenig.
Oh, jeez. I mean, I knew that, but I didn't know it was the exact same deal. That's crazy.
Pretty much, yeah.
Cool.
Please give us a better choice.
Either way,
What you got next?
honestly, I would rather have the RPF ones, even though
All right, let's go.
So
Moving
atrocious.
on. Moving on. We're done.
I have Inkai RS5S versus Genosis GR205s.
Ooh, I'm actually gonna have to look that
What?
one up.
So you have the RS5Fs by Inkai, and then you have GNOSIS Genosis GR205s.
GR205s.
I think I'm gonna take the GR205s on this one.
Wait, Austin, show me. Did you Google the first one?
mm-hmm.
That's music.
Which one is that?
Yes.
That one?
Well, that's awesome.
Okay, versus what's the other one?
It's,
The
it's
GR205s.
Inky. Hold on, he's Inky.
Man can't Google a wheel. What's the first one?
The first one
Yes.
is an Inkai RS5F.
They look this. Oh, I'll take the Genosis because of the
Ew.
step lip.
You put these-
I will say both of these. Hear me out. Both of these look like the wheels that you'll find on a clapped out E46 in a junkyard. Both of these wheels
I'm
look like
taking.
that.
That's what I said. I'm taking the Genosis.
These are your.
These are old school wheels, dude.
These look like they both together would sell for $180
For a set.
for a set. They look like junkyard wheels.
These are the first wheels you buy after watching the original Fast and Furious live.
The live action.
After you get done cutting your exhaust in the theater parking lot.
Okay, that looks good. Austin pulled them up
Okay.
on an R35. Is that the Genosis?
Yes. Okay. When you put
no.
them,
Good.
when you pull them up on
I'm
that,
sorry,
it almost looks good.
Put it on Godzilla, it looks alright.
No, that's
So I'm going with that wheel because it has. I like the lip and all that. The spokes look the same, but the Genosis has more like character in the wheel. So I would rather have one of those.
Yeah.
Dude, the Inkies just look cheap, and
They
most
look cheap
most
and-
Inkies
yeah.
look cheap, and so the Genosis, whatever the other trash wheel.
The Genosis, even though you keep making me pick 5-spoke wheels.
What you got, Wade?
Genosis, all day long.
Doug?
I guess I'll pick those, even though like they only look good on a few cars.
But if it was a Honda,
Give me a
Bonnie
Storm.
Storm.
what you got, Coach?
I'll choose that disgusting junkyard wheel.
They're both disgusting junkyard wheels.
There's someone in Japan like, no, we're done.
No, we're done.
We're done.
We're done.
I've had
The
enough.
Genosis.
Okay, what you got? What you got next? I'm waiting to hear the R word come out of your mouth.
I know.
So, actually, it's close.
Ugh.
But we have the famous Initial D Watts versus the Inkai Compes.
Watts all day because they're the OG wheel. Comps just tried to copy Watanabe's.
Okay, want it?
Oh my god!
The comps.
Someone put Austin.
They look like Watts.
COMPE.
Can't catch it. Make it.
So
Yeah.
imagine Watts or
Oh.
Inkai Watts.
No, it's going to be the Watanabe's / Superlights. Because the Superlights are
Yeah.
older
So
version of
I'm gonna go Watanabe's, and also if you put Watanabe's on a car, like real Watts, and you roll up to a track day, you roll up to a meet, you roll up to anything, and they're like, "What wheels are those?" You're like, "Watanabe's." They're like, "No, like what actually are they?" You're like, "No, those are real Watts." They're gonna be like, "Oh my god." So I would rather
They're gonna
have
say it
real
like
Watts.
that.
There's
Yeah.
Watt over my car.
Just to
Say it
clarify.
like that. And they're like,
Real
"Oh my
Watanabe's. You can put them on
God."
a 240Z. You can put them on an A86. You can put them on a Vet.
There's another option that looks like it.
So just to clarify,
The
here,
teddy bear
there
wheels?
is a reason why I custom ordered a set of these for the Javelin.
Because you couldn't get Watts.
Well, yeah. Well, they're super lights, so
Yeah.
which are almost the same thing. It's because they always look good, and I'm also a big fan of raw aluminum wheels. Always.
So what are you picking?
The Watts all day.
What you got?
Oh, it was Watts.
Watts.
Sweep it.
There it is.
Sweep it.
All right, are we there yet?
No.
Ugh.
So we have the SSR FO1s
Ew.
versus the Rays G50s.
Oh, G50s all day. Again, they're lighter. And also, they look
This
better.
man's like, wait.
Wait.
And also,
give me
they
the
look
lap
better.
times, boy.
Let me make sure I'm thinking about the right wheel. Yep. Austin's gonna be mad.
They're both 5-spoke.
Also, I'm a big fan when it comes to like 5 or 6 spoke wheels. I will always prefer a skinnier spoke. Like to me, a skinny spoke looks good. It's why.
To me, the K1 spokes are just too skinny.
Yeah, that's about the limit of like it. But like TEs versus Graham lights, the reason I like Graham lights is because TEs look fat.
Yeah.
They look ugly. So
To me, TEs only look good
This
in
man's
like
gonna be fighting for his life
17s
now.
or
It's another
18s.
5.
That's it.
I think that the reason TEs look good on
SSRs.
off-road vehicles is because it's a tiny
SSRs
wheel.
look good.
Yeah.
And so the spokes look just kind of cool. It like
Yeah.
fills out the wheel better. But yeah, when you start putting TEs on like track cars and stuff, it's just overdone. They just look bad.
So which one are you picking?
G50s all day.
SSRs.
Wow.
G50s.
Also, Rays are just cool. Ooh, Couch, what you got? Be a tiebreaker.
I don't
Oh,
even know
God.
what either of them look like.
One narrow, one fat.
You can watch the podcast and I'll have pictures of them.
Okay. Give me the
Ooh, there it
G50.
is.
G50.
Over that?
Yes. 100%.
Ooh, this man also doesn't own an E30.
Nor will I ever.
We have a gorgeous one in the shop right now.
Oh man, we are almost. You know, let's go ahead and get
No,
to
you're
it.
Yes,
not.
finally.
Just go ahead and type it.
Maybe I'm hoping this is the same one that you're talking about. Recreo S3s, Rotiform USF, and a Novia trebles. All
You are-
3-spoke.
What?
What?
Hurting my brain.
Wait. You have a bunch of 3 spokes in there, and you don't have SA3Rs in there?
Is that the OG?
The Advan SA3R? Absolutely.
No, I don't.
Dude, whatever those other 3
Oh no,
wheels
I
are-
have it against an RPF one.
What?
I'm just joking.
Oh my god.
the Advan SA3R wins. And also, Advan just brought it back in tons of different colors. And it looks almost the exact same, but they brought it back in like a gold chrome. Like straight from Advan. Gold chrome, like red, black, blue. I mean, they brought it back in tons. And I think it's so cool that they went back to their roots. And like they're making all these cool track looking wheels, but then they go back and they make the SA3R again.
Fight me,
And now,
any chrome wheel does not look good.
but I was gonna say now it's not called the SA3R anymore. It's called the Advan Oni, O-N-I, and I think that's cool.
Oh, that is cool.
Yeah, so I will pick SA3Rs. Those are, to me, SA3Rs look good on everything. I've seen them on anything from like an AE86. I've seen them on a C5 Z06. I've seen them on almost anything. SA3Rs all day for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Advan SA3Rs.
Yeah.
I mean, I like the Advans, but I think out of that bunch too, I like the Rotiforms too. The Rotiform USFs, I'm a fan of those.
I'm actually on your page on that one, brother. I think the Anovias are absolutely hideous. And
I'll agree with that.
I love the OGs, but I like the Rotiforms.
That's fair.
I'm gonna circle back.
You like the
We'll
Rotiforms?
go with the Rotiforms.
So I think the Rotiform got their design off of the SA3R.
Oh,
Sure,
100%.
I'm
Yeah.
sure they did.
And also that's one of those where
It's very likely.
I should like it because of the availability and sizing and all that. But the SA3Rs are one of those things. You go back and you watch like old option DVD videos of people like drifting at Minami, and they have SA3Rs on from like the late 80s. So I like the SA3Rs. What about you, Couch?
Gosh, oh, Jesus
You
Christ.
will never hear me. Yeah, I can tell. You will never hear me say this again. The Rotiform.
Oh, fair. That design on that Rotiform looks very
It
good.
does look good.
It's cool.
Yeah.
FB RX-7?
Oh.
SA3Rs. I'll challenge you on that one.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Understandable. Okay, next
Can we
one.
get to it now, please? Why are you
No.
teasing me, man?
I thought that one was it. You've got some. Oh, no, God, I'm thinking.
The R word.
Go ahead and say it.
I don't know what we're comparing it to.
Is it Rays?
Wait,
Or you.
say it on
Jeez,
the-
Wade's
Or is it
left
the
out.
Blitz? Is it
No.
Just wait
Junk.
to the end. Wait to the end.
Okay, we'll
Just
do it.
gonna
We'll do
have
it. Secret
Whatever
surprise at
gets
the
compared
end.
to that wheel,
It's gonna lose.
I'll say this: whatever gets compared to this wheel, insert wheel, loses. This wheel looks good on every car, whether it's American, Italian, Japanese,
R, huh?
German.
RPF.
You, do-
No.
you definitely need to add in some really bad looking wheel gestures.
Yeah.
But it looks good on every car. They are extremely lightweight. Like an 18 by 9.5 weighs like 18.7 pounds.
Okay.
They're about the same price as like a TE, and they look unique. It's a wheel that will always get attention and will look good. So stance people have them, track people can get them, And the coolest thing about them is that the people that make the wheel used to make tanks.
Oh no, bro.
Alright.
Anyway, we're going to save that for later.
Advent GTs versus sorry if I butcher this. I think it's Amistad Charms.
GTs. And now they're the GT Beyond.
So
God, I know way too much about wheels.
the wheels are cool. I mean, this is a learning experience. for a lot of
Ashley
people.
always gets on me.
There is so many wheels out there.
100%.
God, there's so many.
So one of the reasons I will choose the Advent GTs and now the GT Beyond, that concave profile on those is incredible, and also that deep red that they come in is gorgeous. I need a life.
Why would you compare these two?
It's gonna be
GTs win all
GT
day.
all day.
And
the
also,
other
like I
one
said,
is-
now it's the GT Beyond, so they've redesigned it. It's lighter, and it has more concave, and also that's one of those wheels that looks good on a lot of stuff. That's not the wheel I was talking about, but it does look good on a lot of cars.
Yeah, I love the Advent GTs. I'm definitely choosing that. But the other wheel, it looks like one that would be curb rashed on somebody's beat to shit drift car. Like,
agree.
that's the way
That's
I
been
see it.
wrecked 14 times.
And
Had a
primer
few
body kit.
door
Because you know it's an S14.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, primer body kit too,
Mhm.
probably.
I was close to choosing the Charms, but I'm gonna go with the Advent GTs.
Advance.
Advents.
Awesome.
Yeah, Advent.
Yeah,
That shouldn't even
Yeah.
be a.
Also, shout out to Charlie. I actually really like the yellow on gold with his Advents. I hope he keeps them.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
He said he's not.
He's been trying to sell those things for.
Oh
I
yeah,
know,
that's
They've been
right.
trying to sell them
sell
for
them.
like a month or
Why is
something.
he selling them anyway?
I think he was gonna go back to
18s,
18s or something like
Yeah.
that. But also, I don't want to spoil it. Do you have any Apex wheels on there?
No, because I was gonna pull up Apex for this wheel.
Okay.
I was gonna compare that,
To like an
but
EC7R.
not like just that ink eye,
Okay.
but any 7-spoke Y that's out there.
Which is what they
Okay.
So
I just think Apex deserves a shout out because they
5%.
because Apex does they have like, I mean, and you guys have seen these like page long fitment guides.
Apex has probably got some of the most knowledgeable information when it comes to wheel fitment, wheel specs. It's
Also,
insane.
their warranty is the best. They will replace your wheel if it breaks or bends. And it used to be a lot of Euro stuff, and like even for specifically the second Gen 8.6, they completely redesigned the face of a wheel just to make sure it fit.
Okay, I've got some pretty interesting wheels here.
Oh boy, I'm gonna have to pull up my Googles.
This one is, if you have history, if you know a lot about Le Mans history, mainly just older prototype history, these wheels, you're probably going to remember them, at least one of them. We have the Inkai ES 161s
You look up that one, I'll look up the next one.
versus the Rays MS 01s. You guys will notice the MS 01s are off a
what you got?
particular
Hot shot.
car.
Oh wait, what was the first
Ooh,
one?
ooh,
They are
ooh,
Inkai
ooh.
ES 161s, and they are one of the best looking
I can't.
axle nut cars.
You also spelled Inky
Right.
wrong, didn't you?
He spelled it Advent.
Yeah, here. Please.
Oh, these all day. Yeah, I'll take the ones on the 787B, please.
Which one yours?
That one right there. They were on the 787B.
These are really rad.
787B.
Are you looking at the right one? Okay, no, those are not the right one. I don't know why that looks like that.
That's because I typed it in, and I'm not getting anything from NTO3Ms, which should be on this list somewhere.
Are you sure it's called a 161?
I'm pretty sure it's a 161.
I'm fact checking you hardcore right now.
This is where we go to the technical dip.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
sorry. It is that wheel. That is it.
Ew!
Which
Yeah.
what wheel?
Ew! That is
That's disgusting. Get it out.
gross. Give me the ones that were on the
I
787B.
oddly do like that, but I like the 787.
Give me rotary
But I do
noises.
oddly like that.
Yeah, it wasn't even the engine that made the noises. It was the wheels. If you buy those wheels, your car will make that noise.
Yeah, your car makes full rotor noises.
No, I'm choosing the ES 161s.
Actually, the more I look at it, I think I'm with you.
Even though I thought they looked different when I wrote them down. I swear they look different.
I'll take the 787.
I'm with
All
the
day.
ES 161s. I think they're rad.
All right, entitled to your opinion.
What are you taking? What'd you say?
It's okay.
787B wheels. I'll
It's
say
okay
it.
to have a wrong opinion.
That's fine. Some of us have working Miata.
It does work.
Is there how far along is the swap? We didn't even talk about that.
So-
Have you made progress since I've been here last? at
Yes.
least?
So quick
Yeah, that was.
update on that while they're doing that. The car was dropped off on the 7th.
Dropped off.
Yes.
Someone else is doing it.
Mhm.
Oh.
I don't have anywhere to do it.
Oh, fair.
So I don't have anywhere to build an engine. I don't have anywhere to store an engine that's inside.
Fair.
So someone else is doing it local. Mad Mike Tuning over in Alcoa.
Oh, that's right. You mentioned that.
Yeah. So I dropped the car off on the 7th. He's got
It died.
no, turn it back on. So he's got the cams, the header, the radiator, all the little bits and things. I do have to take him the EGR delete kit tomorrow, and I still have to order, I think, a dipstick, the correct link dipstick, and that's like it.
Wade's leaving. We're talking about Miatas. He's out.
You guys
Yeah.
just keep going.
Yeah.
Well, we
So-
need to know the next wheel.
Yeah.
Man, a bad. Oh, Austin's gonna read.
So hopefully it's done within the next 2 weeks or so.
All right. I like that.
So
Next up, we have the fabulous LW10s.
Austin's trying to Google and read at the same time.
Yeah, you're trying to multitask here. It's not going great.
Here, I'll Google it for you, buddy.
Thanks, buddy.
the what?
The fabulous LW-10 versus the Hayashi Racing Heart
Oh,
Takeshi Project.
Racing Hearts all day.
I probably butchered that bad.
That's disgusting.
Racing Hearts look better.
I like the racing cars.
Yeah.
Good.
I know that exact wheel.
I still don't know what either one looks like. So
Both are unique and rare.
Racing
Yeah.
Heart what?
Racing Heart Takechi? Sure. Project. I'm butchering it. Very well.
Oh, that was a whole take.
Oh, these?
Yeah.
Give me the Takachis.
Let me see.
Oh
Please.
yeah.
100% all day,
They
dude.
look so good on an
Yeah.
FDR7.
Yes.
Or-
Yeah,
I
give
don't
me
You
the
got, the, you
Takachis.
got it right there.
That would absolutely be a choice for the A6.
Yeah, 100% give me the Takachis.
Fair.
Well,
Well, that was a
we
sweet.
we are getting
Here,
technical
I'll read so you can
difficulties
Google.
Considering a GoPro has decided.
Oh,
to,
you really got me on this last one. I'm gonna read this one. Read it nice and slow so everyone can hear it and enjoy it.
You do the first one. and the second one.
Oh no, you guys know what both of these look like.
Okay.
We have
Really now?
Blitz 03s.
Disgusting. Put it in the dumpster.
What?
Wow.
No.
Versus your work VSKFs, which to me, oh my god, I'm tired of seeing VSKFs on everything. Give me Blitz 03s, bro.
I freaking hate VSKFs.
Dude, VSKFs looks. I just am tired. People are gonna say whatever they want about the price of Blitz 03s right now because I think a set is like anywhere from 10 to 15 grand
Do you know why?
because they're rare.
Do you know how many sets Adam LZ owns right now?
And TJ Hunt, man, and
Oh, okay.
and
All right.
the guys that run Drift Games and Jimmy Oaks, and it became when importing became a thing, Blitz 03s became a thing.
Yeah.
It's like Blitz 03s came around when the R32 came around, and I mean not in terms of production, but like when they started gaining a ton of popularity. To me, Blitz 03s are one of those wheels, and we haven't gotten to my wheel yet, but Blitz 03s are one of those wheels that look good on almost everything.
I agree. Wow, we're agreeing.
You even said we were going to agree on most of these, which the one that Doug and I are heart to heart on is the next one, and you didn't even put it on the list.
No, here's some right now. Blitz 03, new in box.
I call BS on that right away.
No, it really is.
Oh yeah. PSA 10.
Yep. Was $20,000. Now
Yep.
$15,000
For a set?
for a full set.
Yeah, that's about right.
Imagine having a hung up on your wall and they fall.
501-14 only. They're 18 by 8s and 18 by 10s.
Mm-hmm. So that is probably a staggered set for a 240. Yeah, that's your Blitz 03.
If somebody brought you a set to mount, how would you feel?
I would be terrified because the lips on those are so thin. I would be no. And
They're
then look at
insured.
work VSKF.
Yeah,
That's
I
your
don't
other
think I've ever seen. I've done a set in
I looked
person.
at the other one. I looked at the other one too.
I've done so many VSKFs, just unbelievable.
VSKFs are for people that wish they could afford Blitz 03s.
Yes.
The VSKFs are. I'm not gonna say Miatas because they're not that popular, but like the VSKF is to the Miata what the Blitz 03 is to the S2000.
So to me, what this work looks like, this work wheel, looks like a torque thrust wheel.
Oh,
Yeah.
man's got a muscle car.
All right, so
Okay, bring it up. This is we're done with our main list. This is a
Are we gonna get to
freestyle
choose?
list.
We are, huh?
We're gonna get to choose which wheel.
I think we just
Yeah.
swept with Blitz 03s on that one, by the way.
Yeah,
That was really easy.
yeah. I was gonna be the Blitz.
As
for me.
much as I dislike the Blitz 03s, I will choose them. Yes.
Fair.
Okay.
Also, I think that's one of the wheels you put on any JDM car, and it just looks
S14.
like the JDM. Well, like even the JDM Legends, like put those on an NSX, on an R34. Like, dude, they just look good. I think that wheel was made for the '90s Heroes cars. All right. The only thing about this wheel, before I go off on it or about it because I like it,
Go off on a tangent.
I don't know what wheel to compare it to.
I do, because I've saved a wheel all the way to the end of the, or near
Scorpion.
the end of this podcast, and I think it's going to compete with yours pretty well.
Okay, what's yours then?
Now I want to hear yours.
No,
Yours first.
Whatever he says, I'm on his side.
because you know what I'm going to say.
Yes, and I agree with
The
it.
Desmond Regamaster Evo, in my opinion,
Best wheel.
is undefeated.
Wow.
So, by the
You
way,
think that's going to be my wheel?
Yeah.
by the way,
Any diesel truck fuel wheel.
What?
so
No, I'm
back
just joking.
so back during the Cold War, the guys who now run Desmond wheels used to partner with a Russian tank manufacturer. And after the Cold War, when Russia went into this like massive economic slump, they went from making tanks to wheels. It wasn't a direct transition, but they eventually started
Oh
making
no,
wheels.
I've seen. Okay. Oh my god, because that's the same ones that were on the tanks,
Yep.
right? Aren't they designed the same?
They're super similar.
Yeah.
But so those wheels in an 18 by 9.5, you're probably going to pay about $3,200. They fit. They even come in 5 by 100, perfect fitment for the 8.6.
Whoa.
So they still make new wheels. You can get them brand new from like ICB, which I know Doug knows what ICB is. ICB Motorsports. It's like tons of Honda stuff.
Oh, yes. Sorry.
So you're paying like $3,200. An 18 by 9.5, I think, is like 19 pounds.
Ooh,
They
that-
clear almost every set of big brakes. And they look good. In my opinion, there is not a single car that they don't look good on.
Now, I think this might be a 5-spoke I actually truly like, and not just, preferred over an uglier 5-spoke.
Yep.
I think I actually do like this one.
We're
changing it.
Yeah. But that's what
It's
I'm
only
saying.
because of the World War II history. That's it.
It's because Regas of that.
But no, Regas are just that good. They come in dope colors.
That color.
Because of the way the spokes fall down from where the lugs, like where it connects to the center of the wheel, it clears tons of big brake kits. They are super strong. They're super light. They're pretty affordable. I think the Desmond Regamaster Evo, is that one on? The Desmond Regamaster Evo is the best wheel still made.
Can I get them in bronze, please?
Yes.
Don't worry,
Absolutely.
Abbott won
They
this
come in
thing
bronze
back
and
up,
gold.
yeah.
Bronze.
They come in bronze, gold, like polished silver, like
They
matte
have
silver.
a gray that I'm looking at right
This
here
is
that
like a
is
weird greenish silver.
astronomically gorgeous.
See, and you even said gray wheels earlier.
Yes.
I know. That's the thing. The Rega's that good, so I can't wait to hear what your wheel is.
Oh, mine was just the knockoff wheel. Mine was the fuel diesel truck wheel.
Oh, jeez.
I didn't know.
But to me, if you give me an unlimited budget for like wheels for a car, that GoPro's really tired of looking
Yeah,
at me.
I think it's
Yeah.
overheating at this point, but it's okay.
Because I'm spitting fire, bro. But to me, if you give me an unlimited budget for wheels, like whatever I want to spend blank check, I'm putting Regas on a car. They are that good. They just, dude, undefeated, in my opinion. The Desmond
Okay.
Regamaster Evo's undefeated.
Let's do this. If, per se, whatever car we currently own right now, what wheel are you going to put on that car? So you had unlimited funds to put whatever wheel you want on your current car.
Okay, so for people
So
that...
we'll go for you, for use, I won't tell what you have. We'll go with your Miata. We'll go with your BRZ. We'll go with
Wait,
my
what?
S2000.
Why not what I have?
No.
Why am I left
No,
out?
I'm not telling you what you have. So you've been telling me, goober.
Oh, okay. I'm going to say what I have and what I plan on getting next.
Oh, this
Okay.
isn't that great. Oh my god.
He's losing his mind over Regas.
They look that good. That's what I'm saying. Regas look that good.
Tu papi menino.
Okay, so...
Hey, mommy.
So, for those that don't know, when I started with Haggerty, I got a 2023 Tiguan. It just makes sense for me to have a newer car, especially when you get a mid-sized car. There are a lot of incentives to get that in terms of reimbursements. I would lower the Tiguan and put Regas on it.
Yes, let's go.
100%. Now, because it's white, so I have like that Volkswagen white, which is like very flat white. I would put black Regas on it. Just because that white and the shape of a Volkswagen, I think whether it's a Golf R, Atlas, Tiguan, whatever, they all look good white on black. So I would do black Regas. For my next fun car, I plan on getting an E92 M3 right now. It's been that way for a while. I think I should finally jump on that. 100%. I sent him in the group chat earlier. Dude, Regas on an E92 M3. It's very rare for a wheel to look good on American, if you look up Regas on a C6 Corvette, oh dude, it'll blow your mind.
Brother.
It's rare to have wheels look good on a C6 Corvette, an E30 M3, and an R32 GTR. And I think Regas are it, so I would put them on whatever I own. So the E92 that I'm looking at right now is black. I don't want to do white Regas, but I would do silver Regas, chrome Regas, or black.
Okay.
Because a black Rega looks super intimidating.
What is the? Oh my goodness.
Did you look at Regas on a Corvette?
No,
it's a
911,
Porsche.
like an old 930.
Yes. See, they look good on everything.
Back on the tank.
That is to me the best wheel made.
I agree. What is the? It's a super deep dish rotiform. What is that wheel called?
A deep.
Deep.
They're
trash
also-
can.
They're also.
It's just flat in the back of it. It's just like a disc.
I mean, you can get
They're
custom
black.
offset.
They're black and chrome, but usually you see them super deep dish. They're it's almost like a rally style wheel. So it's like that, but pushed all the way back.
It's like an opposite.
They're on Forza. Everyone puts them on.
Speaking of rally wheels, I just thought about it from earlier. You didn't mention 1552s.
You didn't.
Oh man. Wow.
Yeah, those are super. There are tons of different looks.
So
of
would you
them.
take the OZ or the 1552s?
1552s.
Okay, yeah. Now, like I
Only-
said, there's so many wheels out there.
Shout out Ken Block is why I would get the 1552s.
Okay.
Rest in peace. Yeah, I would rock some 1552s. Shout out Conce for making cheap drift wheels. ESR wheels suck. I had a terrible experience with them. So my red turbo car that I had, my Turbo 86, I was on a test drive with it. And I'm not going to get into the legal part of it because that doesn't need to be divulged over a
Allegedly.
podcast. But I was hit by someone that was on their phone. It was a hit and run. And dude, I would have loved to chase them down and get their license plate if my wheel didn't explode. They hit the corner of the car at 20 miles an hour, and the wheel just completely shattered.
Pretty sure we went on XXRs.
But I will never rep ESRs ever again. And when I contacted them, I was like, hey, this is the wheel size. This was the color. I would like to order another one. I didn't even try to get a warranty because it broke. I just, whatever, I'm going to replace it. They're cheap anyway. They put me through the ringer on offset and size. It sounded like they did not know what they were talking about to any degree.
Wow.
I would rather buy a used set of RPF 1s for as much as I dislike the RPF 1 before I ever buy an ESR wheel. Their customer service was abysmal, man. It sucked. I bet their customer service has more cracks in it than their wheels do. It was awful.
Oh my god.
It was an awful experience. I remember just being, when I got off the phone with them, I was like, I'm going to order this one wheel as a replacement. After that, I'm never getting another ESR. So that is my trash talk story on ESRs.
Okay, I got one. What about JRW Jungle Blood wheels versus
Wait, the
90
Young Bloods?
Yeah, the Young Bloods.
Yeah. You said Juggalo Bloods?
Yeah.
Is it 90 or is it 60
It's a 60
Crack
UL.
Crack ULs. is
Crack
what-
ULs.
Imagine if they didn't crack. Go.
Versus Young Bloods? Young
Young
Bloods all
Bloods.
day.
I like 6Ls.
I don't like, the weird thing about them is the offset. They always bow out and they look weird.
Young blood what?
Jared, what's on mine?
So it's not actually spelled Young Blood. It's Jung Blowed. J-O.
6 ULs.
Oh my god. No, put some effort into it.
What's on my Red Miata? Those
Yeah.
wheels.
Oh.
Those
Here.
big beefy 15 by 10s.
If you were to put any wheel you want on your Miata, what would you put on it?
See, that's what
Vegas.
I've been trying to figure out this whole time.
Oh,
It's a 5-spoke wheel. No.
Actually? Ooh, I do kind of like those, yeah.
Good thing I spelled it out. Those look amazing.
Actually, I think I'm going to go with those instead of the 6 ULs.
To me, they just look better.
They're a good looking wheel.
Also, look
Yeah.
at how much they cost the wheel. They're not that bad.
They're relatively cheap, even in a 15 by 10.
Granted, I bought a whole set for $500.
I want a set
Oh,
of
6
silver
wheels.
Regas for the S2000.
This man's outrageous
Now,
again.
there's something that we didn't bring up, by the way.
Oh,
We didn't
boy.
bring up BBS turbo fans.
Oh,
my
or BBSs in general. Why do we not? E88s?
There's so
RIA
many
or RIAs?
wheels.
Yeah, E88s, LMs, RIAs.
Turbofans?
He just mentioned turbofans.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
Aerodiscs.
Yeah.
Aren't they the same thing?
Yeah.
I don't know. Okay.
But you asked me the question. I think I'll actually go with the Desmond.
The Regamaster Evos?
You
Yeah.
put Regas on the Miata?
I think it would look. Pretty
Look up,
cool.
look up just
Man, put a 5-spoke
Rega
in
or
there. You just
yeah,
Alright.
Regas Miata. Just Rega NB or NA Miata.
Whoa, those are cool.
I'd love to set silvers, and then I would love to have a wrap shop pull all the red stickers off of them, and then put yellow to match the car.
They just look good, dude. Regas look good. This is welcome to the Regamaster podcast.
Yeah,
Sponsored by 129 Touge.
They do look pretty good. Ooh.
there it is.
Oh, dude, don't even show me that. That looks too. Show them that.
Oh, Reagan. Okay, we're
Put
looking
that,
at
put that in the video.
This
Make a
exact
reel of
picture.
that, dude. FDs on Regas.
Yes, beautiful yellow FD.
I don't even care if it
white
doesn't
Regas.
run, dude. I'll park it in my garage and stare at it all the time.
Right.
Yeah.
100%.
I'm not a 5-spoke man, but you made me one by looking at that
I
picture.
converted Austin.
Yeah.
Wow, that is
Uh,
pretty.
my goal would always
Wade's
be
pretty.
to do my yellow S2000 with silver Regas, and you know how they come with the yellow stick or the red stickers on there. I would pull them off and have someone do an exact copy of the stickers, but in yellow to match the car. Like that's just me being extra. But Lord, I want a set of Regas. But my second choice is one we didn't talk about: Advan RGD2s.
RGD.
Oh, is that the 6-spoke?
I believe it is. It's a very concave 6-spoke.
And the spokes are like
Real skinny, yeah.
super
If you can
skinny.
get them in black with a polished lip,
Yeah, I was
I
gonna
think
say.
that would look amazing on the yellow.
Oh, they remind me of
Yes, just like that.
like a
These-
skinny grandma.
Yep.
These done?
Yep, that's what I would put on. That's my second choice other than Regas on the S2.
My challenge for anybody out there: find a car that Regas don't look good on,
Yeah.
and not because the car's ugly. Like if Regas don't improve the look of a car, I need a car that Regas don't improve the look on.
I went on Rotoform's website for a second. I didn't know it, but there was a set of Rotoforms on a car from the 12 Hours of Sebring.
Mm-hmm.
That's impressive. I wonder if it podiumed.
It is
exploded.
When is it finished?
It's an LMP car.
That's
Is that
impressive,
the
dude.
Wayne Taylor racing car?
I don't know which one that one is.
That is Wayne Taylor Racing, yeah.
And they run Rotoforms.
And they also cheat. So
Oh, they did cheat.
they did.
Yeah.
Forgot.
They were
Didn't
2 psi off at cold air pressure.
Rotoforms.
Was he one of the ones that got completely taken out? in
Yep.
That crash?
Oh, at Sebring, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they cheated at Daytona and then they got wrecked at Sebring.
Okay, that's what it was. Yeah.
Oh wow, this is just coming to me right now. There was a really bad wreck already up at the Dragon.
Yeah, there was a live flight out.
Tonight?
Yeah.
Yeah, so Jody
was
posted in the
talking
group chat about a live
yeah.
flight, and then Ashley sent me a picture of her like being in line of traffic.
Was it a DTI? It's Wookiees, so I don't know.
But this is just in. This
Or
is
did
breaking
it meet
news.
Yeah, this is like
Arena
breaking
outside.
news as of. I mean, the
Yeah.
wreck probably happened about an hour ago, but Jody was going up, and he sent us. I wasn't going to talk because we were doing the podcast, but yeah, he sent us a live flight like video
Yeah.
or video of them prepping for the live flight, and then Ashley just sent me a thing of her in
Oh,
traffic.
wow, yeah.
Yeah.
That sucks, dude.
I like when people message me and go, "Hey man, can you get me in tomorrow?"
Dude, I can't even talk. That is my dream car of all dream cars ever. I can't even look at. I
Is
can't
that the
look at it.
BMW?
I can't even look at it. Oh
What
my
wheel is that?
god.
Oh gosh.
3.0 CSL.
Oh,
Yes.
The Batmobile.
that's the best.
But so those wheels are actually on quite a few different like vintage IMSA cars. Like trying to find it, I'm finding some that say it's an E50
I like-
tribute. Someone's gonna say, "Oh, bro, I can't believe you don't know this," but you know, whatever.
Well, I love the CSL, but I also love the R31 trip. What is it? Is it Silhouette? That's what it is.
Yeah.
Oh,
I just the 3.0 CSL Batmobile.
oh so good.
The sounds that it made back in the old D team days, bro, all day. So what else do we have? We compared wheels. We determined that Regamasters are the best wheel ever. What else? What else is it? What else we got?
Aerodiscs, by the way.
Oh!
Those are the Aerodiscs.
No.
Hold on.
Aerodiscs
I
are
forgot
so
about those.
cool.
And these are the turbofans, just so you have reference.
The
Okay.
turbofans
Turbo
are so
fans.
cool.
Turbofans are so cool, man.
Oh.
If you ever get it, I wish I could ever get my hands on a set of turbos, but they're all.
Shout out to the RTR guys running turbo fans on their Mustangs. Right?
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Dude, that was neat. So what else we got for everyone that's still listening an hour later?
I really like the Inky NTO3Ms. Yes, everyone puts them on everything.
Oh, dude, I forgot about those. I do
they
like those.
They also look good on everything too.
So our buddy
Spider-Man wheels.
Fiefin has a set of NTO3Ms
on
on
his
his
A6,
FRS. Yes.
They look so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one of those, and they have a really unique design, so they always it'll always make someone double look.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. Even in black, because you can still see the webbing.
Yeah.
Fun story. I got all the set of wheels in. I was going to mount them up for him. One was bent. Send it back. Send us a new one. Guess what? It was
Bent.
bent.
The
Sent us a
Inkies?
new one. Yeah.
Yeah,
Sent,
the Inkies.
Oh,
sent it
no.
back. Sent us a third one. Guess what? It was bent too.
Oh my god.
Sent it back. The fourth one finally came back and it wasn't bent.
Oh my goodness. I wonder if they grabbed them out of the same pile of a bunch of bent ones.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if they just
The guy
put
just
them
kept
on
going to the
sheet
bad
or-
pile instead of the good one.
They-
Oh my
They
goodness.
yeet him off a ledge into the
It may
UPS
have just
truck.
been a
Product
bad
testing.
Batch. Yeah, it could have just been a bad batch.
It could have very well been. Like he was pretty mad because he was all excited to get his wheels on, and
Mm-hmm.
we're like,
Oh my
no, we're gonna have
goodness.
to wait another week.
But Inky, for the most part, is really good about their quality on that.
Yeah.
So
I don't know where he bought them from, but I mean,
That sucks.
yeah, it would definitely make me very angry.
So what else you got, Wade?
I'm kind of pondering some different ones. I don't know. I think I've hit my limit here.
To me, I can't find a wheel that I like better than a Rega.
It is insane. If you're listening to the podcast still, and you search up, you find a good place to stop or you get some free time, just search up unique and rare wheels. And it usually brings 10 to 20 in a listing. Just look at all the variety.
Oh, shout out old 90s Japanese, 80s and 90s Japanese cars. Longchamps, 100%.
Oh, SSR Longchamps is my
Yeah.
favorite wheel. If I was ever owning a set of Longchamps, it would go on an S13.
Yes.
That's
Dude,
my
tiny
wheel.
Longchamps with a big fat sidewall.
Yep,
on it.
15-inch wheel, big BV blue.
Like a
tire.
55 profile
Oh, perfect.
sidewall.
205, 55, 16.
Oh, yes.
16 on a 16-inch Longchamp. Slam tucking about probably this much tire. Perfect.
AE86 coupe also.
That's a good one too. Yep. Tuck a little bit of tire and make sure if you're an S13, do it 2-tone. Make it look
100%.
real 90s right there.
Yeah, I like that.
Now, another one is the generic IMSA. The generic IMSA wheel, just the standard, what was it, like a 10-spoke or something? They're
Just
flat.
the Y.
They're just flat, and they're not anything great to look at, but at the same time, when you look at it, you're like, this is business. Like, that's all there is.
Speaking of wheels,
It parties.
F1 wheels nowadays, smarter wheels, are the ugliest wheels I've ever seen in
Yeah,
my life.
well, that's kind of what I'm talking about. Like, they're not that pretty. They're just very bland, flat-faced,
boring.
boring. But at the same time, I look at them like, that's just it. They're not here to
you
show
know
off.
what?
They're
It was
here just.
NMR2 that wrecked, so I cut you off.
Okay,
Oh,
you
was it
know,
Mark II? Wait,
you know what wheel I do like? That for in motorsport wise, that's new. The 18-inch new gen NASCAR wheel.
Ooh.
Which is like a...
AP Racing wheels.
Is that what
AP Racing makes wheels.
I think so. I don't guarantee that.
I could see that, especially probably for contract reasons too.
Man, we got some good wheels.
That's some good wheels, and there's so many more out there. Oh, yeah.
So good.
Right? That's kind of what I'm talking about. Like, they're not like
TC
they look
motocross.
good just because they're business. They're just business.
I'll pass.
Like, that's why I like
That's
Because they are. Oh, also, what makes the Regas great? You know how easy it is to clean those wheels,
Right?
Dude, it's 5 spokes, and they're fat.
If you noticed, whenever I was choosing 5-spokes, most of my opinion was based on how easy they would be to clean.
Yeah. I just think I would like to discover, because I don't think Regas are the best, overall, factually. It's just, to me, I like them most. I would love to find another wheel that I like as much as Regas. But dude, they check every box. They even got couch to gray. They got couch to gray. I converted Austin to a 5-spoke believer. Those wheels are just
those
in
are
it.
some good looking wheels.
It has to be a very specific, and I can't say shade because gray in itself is a shade. It's not a color. But it's a specific.
Depending on your brakes. No.
Yes, a specific look, shade to the gray. If it's a real dark gray, no. Absolutely not.
See, I'm kind of picky on painted wheels anyway.
Yeah.
I like the raw aluminum just wheel.
It's because you own a Javelin.
Well, that's part of it for sure. But like
Torque thrust.
No, no, don't even get me started. I hate torque thrust.
Poor audio listeners. Scout's like this close.
But no, like I like just like even if it's like, you know, like a chrome lip with raw aluminum centers or a gold
I like
basket leaf
machined
with a
lips.
raw aluminum rim.
I like machined lips.
Yeah.
Well, that will conclude our wheel battle podcast. Well,
You
it's
just-
not really wheel battle, but wheel opinion.
That was a really good podcast.
That was a
I've been
wheel-
refraining it this whole time, and you ruined it.
Because they stayed that long. Now if they click out, it's fine.
Yeah.
They're like, all right, I'm done.
Yeah.
So next week, releasing right before Touge Fest, we have some Touge Fest prep. We've talked about some things to do before you head to
Next
US
week,
129.
sir. It's in like 2 weeks.
So when this podcast releases, it'll be next week. When that podcast
Okay,
releases,
yeah.
it'll be
So the
just in
topic
time.
for next week is Touge Fest prep.
Yep, Touge Fest prep.
Oh, you can plug that so many times a year when people have questions.
Yeah.
Oh,
Touge Fest
Really
prep.
good.
When is Touge Fest? Why Touge Fest?
You should
How?
have people
what is Touge?
ask us questions.
Oh, do a Q&A about Touge Fest.
Yeah.
Well,
we're
that'd be
gonna
perfect.
Just so
do
we could
Q&A
we could do
event.
a Q&A for Touge Fest prep or
Dude,
about Touge Fest prep.
If you post that on the page, like I made my post today about not going, and there were questions on it. Of course, the most common one is when is it?
When is it?
But other than that, there is so much that you can go over. Like, what do I do? It's my first Touge Fest. But if you want answers, tune in next week.
I like that. That's a good idea.
You
Yeah,
know,
we'll
we're
make
gonna-
a public post about that.
We're gonna get a treat though. It's Rotary Rally.
Yeah,
The
it is Rotary Rally.
sounds.
Yeah.
We're gonna get the amazing sounds and the fireballs.
That would be so
All
cool.
weekend.
I know, dude. I'm so
I'm sorry.
no, I'm not upset. It's just this is my first Touge Fest I'm missing. I think like ever. But I also have dream job, and I'm gonna be at Indy
You're
at
gonna be
Barber, and
I'm
almost
really jealous about going.
Go
to
ask for a ride in the pace car.
huh?
Go ask for a ride.
yeah.
Because guess what? It's a typo.
Hey, see, you can do the vault tour
Ew.
right there.
Yeah, I get all that covered for free.
Well, what I'm saying is they don't usually do the vault tour.
No, it's part of our thing.
Cool.
Yeah, they take clients down there and stuff. So
Oh, that's cool.
yeah, it's like all expenses paid. You get to go do all the things. So
Yeah.
Sneak
Point
that.
me at the person I need to kind of a little bit.
it's me, sweet pea.
Fair enough.
Sneak that 917 out of there.
Yeah.
Yeah, no joke.
But anyways, guys, thank you so much for listening. If you want to see more, if you're still in here, if you want to see more, say the Touge Hour, 129 Touge. All the links are down below in the description. If you're on Spotify, just go to the description. There's all kinds of different links in there. Take you to some great places. Guys, thank you again for watching. And as always, keep it in the best. We'll see
Why
you
did
next
you
time.
sound like Herbert when you said